The film begins with the main character him holding a crystal in his hand. He places it somewhere, and the burning house transforms back into a great house. The house reverted to its previous state. It was a lovely house in the middle of the forest, located in a deserted area. Then a girl was created out of ashes, and her name was Mother. While awakening from her sleep, she begins looking for him. Him was a writer who was also concerned because he couldn't understand what to write in his story. Mother consoles him and enjoys taking care of and renovating her home. She starts taking care of her house, then she feels the heartbeat inside the wall. A stranger comes to him's home with him that night. He tells he is a doctor and he needs a calm place. Now him thinks he is a doctor, so he allows him to live in his house. Mother wasn't feeling it, but she still says yes while hesitating. That man was enjoying him's writing, and him was pleased as well. The man was touching that crystal that we saw at the start of the movie in him's hand. Him forbids him and says, "This is a precious gift I got it when I had nothing," and doesn't allow him to touch it. The man was coughing badly. Later, Mother moves to the basement to bring the mattress for that stranger. Then she hears strange voices and feels like someone is hitting the wall. She ignores all this and comes to that stranger's room, but he was vomiting there. She finds a mark on that man's back, and the next morning, him was appreciating that stranger in front of Mother. Mother wonders what magic that man has worked on him to talk about him. She was confused, but before she could understand anything, her doorbell rings. The wife of the stranger arrives and Mother becomes worried to see all this. Now the stranger couple tells that they are a huge fan of him. Him was a famous writer and becomes happy because of it. Then he allows them to live in his house, but on this, Mother says why he didn't ask her about it. This is her house as well. She becomes angry with her husband on it. Now the wife of that stranger asks weird questions to Mother. When they will become parents. She replies, "Firstly, I will renovate my house and make it like heaven." Him also wants to complete his writing, and then we will think about our family. Then she shows his wife her home, and the stranger's wife moves to him's room. Mother forbids her and says him doesn't like someone to go into his room in his absence. Him tells Mother when they return that this man is about to die. That's why he decided to stay with his favorite poet. Now that man again moves to him's room with his wife. They break the crystal, which him forbidden even to touch it, and becomes enraged with it and closes his study room with a board. Mother asks them to leave the room, but they were behaving as if nothing has happened. After it, two sons of that strange man also arrive at him's home. They were quarreling with their father because of property. The strange man has named his property to his younger son. On it, his elder son easily defeats his younger brother. He ran from there while making him injured badly. The strange man with his wife take their son to the hospital. Mother was alone at home and was cleaning blood from her floor. Then she finds a secret door, and it was in a basement, and she moves inside through it. She finds an oil tank there, and him also returns home and tells the younger son of that man has died. After it, a few relatives of that man also arrive at Mother's home for their son's funeral. Meanwhile, many people gather at Mother's home, and they were checking her house things without her permission. Mother becomes furious at it. Someone begins to paint her house, and someone breaks the glass. Someone moves inside her room. Even she forbade them, but a couple breaks the sink of her kitchen. There was water everywhere, and she asks everyone to leave the home in anger. She yells at him, saying that you only do what you want and don't care about me. You don't know what I want. I have renovated this house, and how can you let anyone ruin it? Him responds, I enjoy meeting new people who are my fans because they make me happy. Mother tells him in the next scene that she is pregnant, and him gets an idea about it. He starts writing his story and completed it in a short time. Then he calls his publisher to publish his book. The time passes and Mother was getting ready for her new baby. His book also becomes well known, and all copies of it are quickly sold out. Mother makes a dinner for celebrating all this. Meanwhile, few fans of him arrive and they like his story. Someone was taking his interview and some were taking pictures. He asks Mother to meet them, but she asks him to ask them to go right now. She says, I want to spend time with you, but him was making her understand that they have come from a far distance. We should talk to them softly because they will leave soon. Him's fans come inside the house and use Mother's washroom without telling her. They were breaking and stealing things in the house, but him says no problem, they are here for a short time. They will leave, and now he don't care about Mother while living with his fans. Mother calls the police. Seeing this crowd, now the police arrive, but they spray on Mother. There was a fight between the police and fans as the place was set on fire, and there was hustle and bustle because of fire. Mother was in pain as well, and him's publisher was hitting people there. She says, I like to hit those people. The circumstances get worse, even the army arrive. Now the publisher also dies because of the army. There were many dead bodies. Him found Mother there and he takes her to his study room. He secured it with a board so that Mother can give birth there. Mother delivers a baby boy and then she asks him to ask everyone to leave. Him says they want to see our son and he says give me the baby, but mother doesn't want to. She knows him will take the baby outside and he sits in front of mother. He waits there and as mother sleeps he takes the baby outside. Now everyone was seeing the baby, they were passing him through the crowd, and his neck broke. Mother goes to take her son from that crowd but she finds everyone devouring the pieces of that baby. She calls everyone murderer and starts hitting them with a piece of glass, but the crowd of people also starts hitting mother. Him saves his wife mother, but even now it doesn't affect him and he says they just want to see our baby. Then this happened, so we should forgive them, and they did not do this on purpose. Mother sees the heart that has become stone and she says to him, you have gone mad. She moves to that basement where she saw that oil tank while leaving him. She opens the oil tank and tells him that you have ruined everything. I have given you my everything, but you just think of yourself and your fans. Then she sets the tank on fire and everything is burned, everything, including the people and even mother. Him doesn't get any injury and lifts up mother from there and claims that not always bad things happen and that something is left. He says now I have to start everything again and I need a last thing from you. Mother says she has nothing to give you now, and him says he needs your love. Mother agrees on it. Him has taken out her heart while from chest, and mother has died as a result. Now she has become a stone and it also stops hitting. It becomes crystal when he breaks mother's heart, then he places that crystal somewhere, and the movie returns to the beginning. We saw a crystal in him's hand and he has placed it somewhere when the house becomes fine. The house becomes fine and mother was made with ashes in a room. She was finding him, and now the real story of the movie, and it clears that the writer of the movie compared mother to our world. He tried to explain that mother is like our earth, which is being ruined and destroyed with each method. On another side, him's character is compared to God, who forgives his loved ones despite the destruction. He likes to spend time with his fans and loved ones. The people visit their house in this movie are we humans means they are all compared to humans. Humans have been wreaking havoc and leaving no opportunity to destroy the Mother Earth. On the other hand, the Mother Earth was speaking to God or the Creator to persuade those humans, but Mother Earth eventually loses. The Creator him again makes a new world again. This will now continue in this manner and humans never take care of the environment in which they live. This is the movie's final scene.